Starting the stream. Hey everyone, welcome back to Streetball All-Stars. Alright everyone, welcome back to this game. And today we're going to be talking about some very helpful facts that might help you out. And it's all just general and an overall helpful video, I hope at least. And all these facts will be able to help you out if you just so happen to actually come across these scenarios and such. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright everyone, so firstly, our first fact here is that Flash Pass can't actually be activated if you chain it with a special pass. So what does that mean? That means that really the only way that you're gonna get Flash Pass to actually activate is if you pass to white with a normal pass or with a bounce pass. That really is it. There is nothing else. Those are the only two passes that you can give white where you can actually give it back with a flash pass. So that means if your teammate gives you a dunk pass or a rebound pass, a layup pass, if they give you a pinpoint pass, or if they give you a bad pass and because they're too far away, that means you're not actually going to be able to activate Flash Pass. You cannot activate this unless they give you a normal pass or a bounce pass. So keep that in mind. If you're playing with, let's say, a Silver Wolf and he uses layup pass, you are not going to be able to actually Flash Pass that pass back to Silver Wolf or to the center. So again, keep that in mind. You cannot use Flash Pass if you try to chain it with a special pass. Alright, so fact number 2. You can actually chain dunk pass with an alley-oop. So this means that if a point guard gives you an alley-oop, or if Nico gives you an alley-oop, you can actually dunk pass that to your point guard, or back to Nico, or the back to the shooter. You can actually do that if your teammate actually uses alley-oop on you and you do the dunking animation. Immediately pressing the pass button will actually activate dunk pass. So that's actually one more strategy that you can use as well. You can just keep on using dunk pass when your teammate gives you an alley-oop. So that right there is fact number 2. Right, so we are here on to fact number 3. And fact number 3 is that if you use drift shot immediately after a fake, even though it looks like you're wide open, you are not going to be wide open. It is going to show up as you being contested. It can be severe, it can be just, what do you call this? It can be a good contest, but you are not going to be wide open. A normal disturbance, there you go. It can be a severe, it can be a normal, but if you shoot immediately a drift 3-pointer after you just faked, you are not going to shoot a wide open, even though in your screen you are wide open. So keep that in mind. If you want to shoot a drift 3 right after you fake your enemy, make sure not to do it immediately, or else it will not count as you shooting a wide open, as you can see there. It looked like I was actually wide open, but I was not. The game will read it as the UE still being in your face. So again, if you want to score after you fake your defender, make sure that you score it after giving it a little bit more time than usual. As you can see it right here. Hold on, I'm lagging a little bit. There, give it a little bit more time and then actually shoot it. Do not do it immediately, or else it will be contested. Alright, we're on to fact number 4. And for this fact is, if you press the shoot button while the ball is still being passed to you, whether it be intentional or accidental, while it's still being passed to you, you can't actually fake the shot anymore. You will shoot it, and you won't be able to stop yourself from shooting it. As you saw there, I was not pressing it, but it still shot. It's because I pressed the shoot button already while it's still being passed to me. You will not be able to do anything to stop yourself from shooting. If that happens, it will result in a shoot, as you saw there. I stopped pressing, but it still shot, right? And There's nothing that you can do to actually stop this. If you press it accidentally, you are going to shoot it, so just brace for impact after that. Let's try it one more time to show you it's not a fluke. Hold on. She's not passing back. They're just not passing back. There, as you saw, it just shot even though I was pressing it. While it is being passed to you, do not press the shoot button or else you will be forced to use a flash shot. Alright, so here's fact number 5. And our fact here is, firstly, Martin has a jab step ability, and with that, a jab step pull-up fake. Now, the fact here comes that after a jab step pull-up fake, if you immediately actually connect it to a sprint dunk, it's actually going to reduce the accuracy of the dunk, as you see right there. Instead of going in, it's most likely going to pop back out if you immediately connect those fakes with a sprint dunk, because it will actually count as a pump fake for the dunk. Let's do it again, so you know it's not a just timing. It does happen. It's not just a coincidence. There you go. Instead, what you're going to want to do with this is you're going to want to do those pull-up fakes and then dribble for a bit and then do the sprint dunk. So let's do this again. Pull up, and then you need to dribble and then actually go for the sprint dunk. You cannot chain it with the sprint dunk immediately or you will miss. So let's do this again. As you see there, it actually went in properly. But let's say you do that and then immediately sprint dunk, it is going to pop back out because those fakes will count for your dunk. Alright everyone, so here's fact number 6 right here. If you didn't know, pump fakes actually affect layup floaters. That's right. You're more likely to miss those layups if you actually do pump fakes. Pump fakes will affect your layup floaters. And it's not going to be as bad as some other shots, but it will still affect the layup floaters. Okay, so you're going to want to use pump fakes as little as possible if you are actually planning to use layup floater from Natalie. You are going to want to keep your pump fakes at a minimum because it does affect your accuracy. Don't worry though, this only affects layup floater. Normal layups are still going to be unaffected, but it will affect layup floaters, and you are going to miss layup floaters more likely if you just use pump fakes. Now, for fact number 7. So, dunk or special dunks, some special dunks can only be activated by certain dunks. So, for example, Howie needs a close dunk for him to actually activate Thunder Dunk. As you can see here, I'm just doing normal long dunks, and close dunks or the Thunder Dunk still didn't activate. But since I did a close dunk now, Thunder Dunk did actually activate. So let's do that again. I do a close dunk, but Thunder Dunk is not gonna activate. So if we do this, it does actually activate. So this is different for every skill. For example, for Meteor Dunk, for Bins, different dunks, you are going to be required to actually dunk from a further distance. As far as I know, Thunder Dunk is the only dunk animation that requires a close dunk to actually work, to actually prompt, and the others actually require a long range dunk. So again, dunk, special dunks can only be prompted by certain dunk animations for different characters. So some require close dunks while some require long range dunks. So on to our 8th fact. If you didn't know this, block actually makes it so that it's easier to block layups at a later time. It actually does. if block doesn't help you block dunks at a later time, it actually does help you out blocking layups at a later time. So I actually found this out when I was using my max block ranger against a silver wolf, and I didn't jump way too late, but I did jump slightly later than usual than what is needed for you to actually block his smart layup, and I actually was still able to block it. So yes, giving more block to your character will make it a little easier for you to block layups because you will be able to block it at a later time. It will allow you to block a little bit more late than usual. So again, block makes it so that you can actually block layups a little later than usual. So fact number 9. If you use Howie, you might be wondering, well, why can't I block some of these shots, you know? It looks like you're actually blocking at a perfect angle or a perfect distance, and for some reason you just can't block any shots. Well, that's because Howie's block reach is one of the worst in the entire game. His block reach is just terrible compared to other characters. Not only is his block so slow, but its reach is just pitiful. It's the same problem as Daisuke used to have, actually. Daisuke used to have a terrible block animation and you couldn't reach any block or any shots at all when you're blocking. And it's the same with Howie. His block animation is just so bad. Or reach, I should say. His block reach is probably one of the worst in the entire game. And no, it is not you just bugging or, you know, you suck at blocking. No. Howie legitimately has a terrible block reach. And that's why you're probably not able to prompt it. And you know what? While we're at it, let's talk about Howie in general. None of his skills actually synergize with each other. Thunder Dunk and Enhanced Dunk does not synergize because you need Thunder Dunk to activate at close range, but Enhanced Dunk just makes it so that you can dunk from further, so it doesn't even help you out. And Grabbing Block doesn't help either that much, because guess what? Howie's block range is one of the worst in the entire game. And not only that, but Dream Shake is one of the most easiest skills to actually stop in the entire game, so Howie in general is just so unlucky, man. Not only do his skills not synergize at all with his entire kit, but overall he just has some of the worst abilities in the entire game, man. They have to rework Howie, but yeah. Again, you don't suck at blocking if you can't get a block. Howie literally just has the worst blocking range in the entire game for a center. It is just straight up pitiful, man. You are not able to block properly with this guy. And lastly, on our entire list of facts, fact number 10, if you can't block any dunks at all, if they just keep facing through you, in all honesty, there's a good chance that it's not actually your fault either. It's just that the game is actually lagging at the moment. It actually happens to me here and there as well. It happens here and there. It's not always there, but if I do start, or if the enemy does start phasing through me, most of the time it's because I'm genuinely delayed. Even if you look like you have good ping, you can actually still be delayed. I call it invisible lag, but yeah. If that happens, even if you jump properly at the right time, you are going to be delayed and you are not going to get that block. If you are having this problem, here's a good way to actually see if it is true for you. Watch a game where you couldn't block a single dunk and watch the replay, see it for yourself, and see if you're actually jumping delayed on your replays, because I did it, and yes, I was actually jumping late on my replay, because guess what? In the game it was fine, but apparently no, I was actually delayed. So, if you are struggling on blocking dunks, and they just keep phasing through you, this is a good way to check that, in all honesty, you might actually just be lagging. You might be delayed and it's not your fault. So, that's another good fact for you to know. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this has been helpful. I hope that you've been entertained somehow. And I'll catch you on the next one.